Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. SJ Poor here at the bar in Little Face Brewing, enjoying his All the Hops IPA. Part of what went on in 2018. What a year! Oh my goodness, what a year this has been. This is the last Homebrew Wednesday of 2018. Next Homebrew Wednesday is going to be the very first Homebrew Wednesday of 2019. So let's talk about 2018 a little bit. Here locally, our local club, Scabs, Southern County Amateur Brewers Society, we did quite well. We set up and served beer at Hibernation, which is an event here in York that kind of pitted us against commercial brewers. And it was really cool to be sitting there serving our beers to the commercial brewers because we were the only homebrew club that was set up and serving in Hibernation. The other club wasn't there. So it was homebrew, and then everything else was commercial. So that was pretty cool to have the local pro brewers coming up and asking us about our beers, telling us how nice they were, the whole 9 yards. That was cool. That was awesome. That was in February. We move on to NHC 2018. Oh my God. How cool was that? Portland, Oregon. My goodness. Highlight of the year for me personally. It was fantastic to be able to go out there and hang out with you fellas. We met and got to hang out with some more brew tubers. Every time I do one of these, we meet more and more great, wonderful people. Finally had the opportunity to pinch Tony Yates after all these years. That was. I don't know that he understands. Tony, I don't know that you fully understand, for me personally, just how awesome that was to be able to hang out with you for a couple days, dude. Man, oh man, oh man, that was fantastic. We got to hang out and just do all sorts of cool stuff while we were out there. It was so good. It was great to hang out with Kevin and Barbara. We stayed an extra couple days just so that we could have some Clements time, which was, my God, that was relaxing. It was beautiful. Barbara and I spent a day down in the antique shops down in little town down, I guess it was down in Hillsborough, but just down over from where they live. And it was cool because I was going through and I found a gift to bring home to my best friend Larry while we were out there. So that was cool. So Laramo got himself a really cool bucket. He got himself a Hams bucket, which was pretty cool. Last place I expected to see that particular thing was in a gift shop down there, or an antique shop. So it was a lot of fun. Portland was great. We took off 2018. We took off the SJ Port Challenge. We needed to be able to recharge our batteries and kind of reset the challenge and get it within that same year. So stay tuned. Early in 2019, we will give out the particulars for the 2019 SJ Port Challenge. So stay tuned. There's more to come with that. What else? NHC, Band of Brew Tubers, dual grain, triple play, double IPA. Wow, what an absolutely fantastic experiment. Back in, that was like a hokey homebrew experiment. Just like we did back in the old days. However, better. It was better. I've been in a bunch of these over the years, and I'm just going to come right out and say it. This was actually my favorite one out of the bunch. The hop combinations that you brew tubers put together matched in with the grist that Mike Dean gave us. What it was just fantastic. It was great. Those beers were they were fantastic. They were just, it was funny. I learned a bunch, but it was funny how once you get into these, and I've been saying it all along, you folks need to be part of these experiments. One of the coolest things about it is I've been fortunate enough to be part of them for quite a few years, and I have tasted how we have evolved as brewers. You know what, brew tubers? Y'all brew some pretty damn good beer, I tell you what. You certainly do. Wow. They were good. Move into right around Labor Day, and your friend and mine, Josh Manbear Pig 1122334455 came and decided to spend a couple days out here on the East Coast. That was fun. That's where this beer came in. We had a couple of plans. We had talked about it. You know, what do we want to brew when you come out here? And I was like, you know what? We'll figure that out when you get here. And that we did. You know, so we sat down, had a couple beers, then I had a couple more, then we had a couple more, as you can well imagine. And we sat down over there. You know what? I want to get rid of all of these hops I've had left over, my homegrown hops. It's going to be all the hops IPA. Did a 10-gallon batch using 51 ounces of hops. Split those up into 2 batches. Fermented them out separately. Each one was dry hopped with a pound of my Marvel blend hops. Right here's the beer from that. Cheers to you, Josh. I won't drink it all. I'm going to get some into a bottle here the next day or two, and I'll get them sent out to the West Coast so that you can try them as well. Mary has been putting together some phenomenal beers. I've got her Nightmare of the Abbey on tap right now. Trying to think. She has another one out in the garage. We've got the Mystery Porter from Chris Borelli. That's on tap right now. There's a story to that one. What else? What am I missing? Move on to Patterson Park this year. We with the Scabs again. I came away with a second place overall in the specialty category for the Little Face Lemonade. Scabs overall. Southern County Amateur Brewers Society took 5 of the 10 awards at Patterson Park, which is a great event. If you're on the East Coast, you're anywhere near Baltimore, Maryland, first weekend of December, stop at Patterson Park. We do it's a 5K run in homebrew competition, and it's a charity. It's a fundraiser for the Patterson Park school right there. So it's a great event. We raise a lot of money. It's fun. It's fantastic. You get to meet Scabs and other homebrewers. Hey, it's fantastic beer. It is fantastic beer. So 2019 is just around the corner, folks. The next Homebrew Wednesday video I'll be doing will be the first one for me, 2019. 2019 has a lot to, if it's going to compare to this year, it's got its work cut out for it. I'm looking forward to it. SJ Pour Challenge, we got the High Brew Nation coming up. We'll be doing Patterson Park again. We're going to do another couple events. We're probably going to do Brew Kids on the Block as well. And stay tuned for the Band of Brew Tubers experiments. It's going to be a good year. 2018 was great. 2019, what you got in store for me, bruh? This is SJ Pour from Little Face Brewing. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, folks, and brew beer. By golly, brew fantastic beer. Cheers.